Okay, so Cristiano Felicio, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm good. Thanks.
Let me ask you first of all about the very fresh news. Joe Thomason has left to the EuroLeague. So tell me your reaction to this news.
I mean, everybody expects to one day be able to play EuroLeague. He was a guy here that was working towards that. I wish him nothing but luck over there. I hope he does amazing. He was a great friend of mine. We knew how to push each other over here, so of course I'll miss that a little bit, but now we gotta look forward without him here and see what we have to do next, who's gonna step up so we can win the games we need to win.
And how much of a problem do you think is losing Joe for the team?
It's always a problem to lose any player, but I feel like we have players that can step up on that role, that can do what he did for us. Of course, he's a player that offensively he was a problem. It was very difficult to guard him. But I think we have the players in the team to be able to step up and maybe play in a different way, maybe play a little different than how we used to play with him. But I don't think he's going to be a problem for us.
Yeah, from the outside, it sometimes seemed like Joe was a little bit independent from everybody. I don't know if that's true. It's just the image we could have. Do you think, just for trying to find a positive on his leaving, that in terms of attitude, he might not have the best one for a locker room?
I mean, I prefer not to speak on that because he was nothing but great to everybody over here. He was very respectful of everybody over here. So I think we should always look in the positive instead of the negative, instead of trying to find wrong things to say about him, because he was very professional, very respectful. And like I said, I wish him nothing but the best.
Okay. So coming back to the basketball, on Sunday you had one of the toughest losses of this couple of years in the ACB for Covirán Granada. The first, it was not a buzzer beater, but nearly, after you had been winning 25 minutes in the match. How tough was it?
It was very, very tough, especially because we had a great week of practice. We practiced hard. We were very sharp. We knew what we had to do to beat Marissa. We came into the game. Everybody was together. Everybody knew like their role for us to win the game, and to have a shot like that going in, like first of all going between the legs of the guard, and then he just catch the ball from the floor and shoot. And as soon as he shot, I thought it was gonna go out. Then it was like it's 1 or 2 seconds, and you like.
Yeah, we all thought it was going out.
And then it's just, you can't believe it, but it's like basketball. I had one of my coaches, he always said like it's 50-50 when you take a shot. Sometimes it's gonna go in, sometimes it's not going to. Unfortunately for us, it did go in. It's a very tough loss, but like I said, we got to look ahead into the next games and see what we can do.
Yeah, so talking about looking ahead, this Sunday you face Murcia. It's one of the arenas where Covirán has won before in the ACB. I think it is last year Fuenlabrada, Betis and Murcia, and this year Valencia and Obradoiro. So, well, one of these arenas where you won before, and maybe that helps. How do you see this match?
I think it's a lot different than it was last year. I think the team they put together this year, it's better than the team that was there last year. But at the same time, they have a couple of guys that are missing over there, injured. So I feel like it's gonna be a tough game, but if we do the things properly the way we need to do, I think we can go over there and get a win.
The best news for you in terms of the league right now is that Palencia, Breogán, Obradoiro are not winning matches. You haven't won the last 3 matches, but Obradoiro, the teams that are fighting with you, are not winning too. How do you see, or how confident are you on Granada staying in the ACB for this year?
I mean, I'm pretty confident because, first of all, I don't look at other teams. I look at what we need to do. And we need to win games if you want to stay in the ACB. And I feel like we're working towards it. Whatever happens to the other teams, it has nothing to do with us until we have to play them. So I'm pretty confident that we're going to do a great job and get some wins to help Granada stay in the ACB.
Yeah, I think you've already answered me this, but I want to underline that the season started with Iftach Sif, with Artur Kononsuk, with Valdas Kairis, with Joe Thomason, and now you have Jonathan Roussel, Malik Dime, is soon to come. Pablo just confirmed to us Jacob Wiley. So, well, the team is changing, and it might not be easy, to be changing teammates all the time.
It's not easy, but when you get teammates that understand the role, understand basketball, are pretty smart about it, I feel like it makes a lot of difference because the guys that came in, they're smart players. They understand what they need to do, and they play to their strengths. So I think that helps a lot. And just during practice, just talking to them, just being able to get some tips on how they play, how they like to play. If they like to go this way, they like to go that way. I think having that conversation too can speed up the process a lot. And I feel like we got lucky on that. We were able to bring some guys that really understand what we're trying to do over here, really understand like how they should play for us. And I feel like they, from the first day, they fit in like they're already here.
Yeah, the example of Jonathan Roussel is very clear, because he's been a very good piece for the team. So sometimes people see, this player has left and so on, but sometimes it's not such a big drama as people think, because if you find a good replace, it can be nice for a team. So talking about these new players, how are you dealing with Malik Dime? Because the sensation we have, the feeling we have, is that he can be like a Petit Niang 2.0. Do you see it like that?
I think he's a little close to Petit. He's just a little smaller because Petit was very tall.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has that type of game too. He can finish above the rim. He can lob, fight for rebounds. He can play defense. He blocks shots, and I think that's gonna help us a lot, especially on defense, with him being able to block shots, to intimidate in the paint, and I feel like it's a good addition for us.
Okay, so talking about you personally, your level, I have some numbers here. You have an average of 14.4 credits of efficiency per match, 11.9 points per match, 6.2 rebounds. You are the best in rebounds, the third best in points after Joe and Kwan, the best in efficiency. I don't know if you expected this level after your injury.
I think I'm not even at the level I wanted to be. I had some games I didn't play too well. I had some games I played above what I expected, but I haven't been as consistent as I would like to be. I feel like from like a month or two ago, I feel like I'm getting into that, to be able to not think too much about when I play, because when you have an injury like I did 2 years in a row, you lose a little bit of the instinct of playing basketball, and you're trying to think about everything that's gonna happen. So of lately, I'm just trying to go out there and just play basketball the best way I can. Something happened, but I'm just trying to get out of my mind a little bit and just play like I had been playing before the injuries, and hopefully soon enough I'll be back too.
So, in your opinion, you were better in terms of level last year in these first 10 matches you played with the team, or now in this year?
I think last year I was
Yes.
a bit better. I was more. I would move a little bit better. I feel like I'm getting back to that, but I feel like the level I was coming in last year was better than the one I'm right now.
So we could say, especially in physical terms, is what when you have the most to come back to that level of last year. All right, Cristiano. So, you said in some interviews last summer that you wanted to bring Granada all that Granada had brought to you at first. So at age 31, I just want to ask you, what challenges does Cristiano Felicio have ahead in his career?
I don't know. It's hard to say because you never know what's in the life of athlete. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know what could happen. I'm just whatever I am. I'm just going over there and coming over here, just try to do the best I can, and hopefully my work translate to the game and translate to wins, and I can either stay in the club for next year in the best position possible, or I can leave the club in the best position possible, knowing that I came over here, I did everything I could to help the team.
I'm sure everybody in this Palacio, and I mean the club, but I mean the crowd too, knows that your effort has been unbelievable. Actually, you're an idol here, with no doubt. So, well, just to end the interview, I want you to send a message to the crowd and answer a question that many of them have. That is, if they can dream with one more year of Cristiano Felicio. I'm not telling you to tell me if you're gonna be next year. Just dreaming.
I don't know. That's something I don't have control over. It's something that I have to wait until the summer to figure out what I'm gonna do. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. Everybody over here has been nothing but great to me. Very respectful, very loving, and like I said last year, it feels like from the first days I got here, it felt like I was home, because they're very passionate about basketball, and that's a thing. It's not the same sport. In Brazil, we're like very passionate about football.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't feel like they're really over there trying to push us, trying to help us the best way they can. So I have nothing but good things, great things, amazing things to say about the Granada people, the crowd that comes over here every single game and try to push us. So I just want to say thank you.
They have asked me. I subtitle the interview so they can understand, but they have asked me. Tell Cristiano that the next interview you have to do it in Spanish. You have to try.
Yeah,
they say people who speak Portuguese should learn Spanish better than English.
It is very tricky because Spanish and Portuguese are very similar, but they're not, because they're very like some words that is like in Portuguese means one thing, and then in Spanish is a totally different thing. So it's like it's very hard sometimes to deal with that. For English, for me it was a lot easier to learn actually. But I've been doing classes. I talk to everybody over here in Spanish. Sometimes I make some mistakes. They try to correct me, but I'm really trying to like not be afraid, not be ashamed to like make a mistake, and just try to speak Spanish as much as I can.
Okay, so Cristiano, thank you very much. It was
Thank
a pleasure for me.
Pleasure.
Thank you.